Hi everyone! Today I want to talk about something that I've really gotten into over the last year, which is reducing my waste and getting rid of disposable items in my home. So this is a list of 10 things. Why did I do 2? It's 10! So this is a list of 10 things that I no longer buy in order to reduce my waste. Number 1 is wet wipes. Wet wipes is probably one of my biggest pet peeves because they're such a, one-time use kind of object that you just throw away, and there's such an easy replacement for it. So what I use instead of wet wipes when I'm cleaning is to use rags or cloths and spray. And if you think that wet wipes is the cheapest option, these were $1.50. They were a multi-pack and I bought them almost 2 years ago and they're still holding up. They're good enough quality that I can clean everything in my house, and I'll just wash them after and reuse them. And also, if you have crafty friends like I do, you might be lucky enough to get some homemade ones. But I know that wet wipes is such a convenience, and I'm not saying that I would just totally judge you if you were at the beach and you have a baby and you brought some wet wipes. Like, I understand that sometimes you have to choose convenience, but just try and make better choices, and when it is available to you and when you can do it, please try and choose reusable items. Number 2 on my list, I didn't know this was such a huge issue. This is why it's so important that we talk about these things, because you might not have thought about something, or you might not have thought of options. The item is plastic lighters. I no longer buy plastic lighters. I now buy matches, which is a way better option. They're not made of plastic. The thing with lighters that make them so unsustainable is that they're made of plastic. Most of the time they're single use. Number 3, well, the thing I don't buy is baking paper. I now use silicone mats, which they're amazing. I cannot believe that I didn't make this transition earlier. All the baking paper that I've just thrown away. I've had these for around a year and I'm so happy with them. Of course, it's another thing that you have to clean, but it's one less thing that you throw away, so I'm happy. Most of the time, single-use items is literally convenience. I think I can take the extra minute out of my day to clean the silicone mat rather than all those resources just being wasted, so I really hope more people will make this transition. Number 4 is also a kitchen item. It's aluminum foil and cling foam. I used to always have these because I thought of them as staples in the kitchen and you need them, you have to use these or your food will go bad or whatever. I haven't bought it in probably over a year and my food hasn't gone bad, okay? You don't need to put things in foil. Use your Tupperware. It's reusable. Keep using your plastic Tupperware until you cannot use it anymore, and then invest in better options. I also like keeping containers that food comes in, such as gingerbread dough. It's great for storing stuff and it's something that you already kind of bought, but most people would just throw away. So if you keep it, you can use it and it's great. Number 5 is sanitary pads and tampons. In general, just any kind of disposable period stuff. I used to get so frustrated every month that I had to just produce all this waste that can't be recycled. So if you are a person who gets periods, I highly encourage you to make your period routine zero waste, or at least low waste, whatever's accessible to you. And if you do feel like using tampons and stuff still, there's biodegradable and organic cotton and better options than the regular stuff. I personally use a Menstrual Cup, which works great for me. I'm not gonna show it because it looks used, so I know that the cup isn't for everyone, so there are other options out there, such as period underwear, reusable pads, reusable discs. There are lots of great guides on YouTube for these things. Number 6 is plastic razor cartridges, and this is something that I also hadn't put that much thought into. I am a person who likes to shave, so I just considered it something that I couldn't really do anything about, and I also didn't quite realize how much plastic is involved in the stupid razors that are for women, and they need to look so cute and pink, and they're full of plastic, and they aren't even that great. You can't use them for that long, but I never thought about this. I just considered it one of those things oh, I have to have this. There are multiple options out there. Personally, I went for bull-dye. There's still plastic involved, but there's so much less than my previous solution. I would rather have an option that's produced in the UK, but it's hard to find a product that meets all my requirements. But I am glad to see that now sustainable shaving is becoming more of a thing. Number 7 on my list is paper towels. Let me sneakily get my kitchen towel from there. I'm not gonna say that I was the biggest consumer of paper towels because, well, for one, I am a stingy person, so I don't like spending money on stuff that's just gonna be thrown away, but I still bought them. Now, if something spills, I'll use kitchen towels. They're really all you need, and if something spills a lot, like my partner dropping a whole bottle of milk on the floor, then you can use your normal shower towel and just wash it right away. And it's one less thing taking up space on your counters. Oh, by the way, I removed everything from my counters just so you know, this isn't what it normally looks like. Number 8 is plastic soap dispensers. Gonna grab my soap from over here. I now only use soap bars, which is so much cheaper, produces less plastic. They might be a little more boring and they might be more work, but honestly, I am probably never gonna buy a soap dispenser ever again. Like, this is such a better option for me. This is the lid from a scented candle. Reuse. It's not an actual soap dish, but it works. Of course, I know that you can buy actual soap dispensers that aren't plastic and then just refill them, but for me, this was the best option. Number 9 is water bottles and takeout coffee cups, which are all made of plastic. I know a lot of people think that the paper cups you get your coffee in is just paper and then therefore it's good, but there's plastic in there. I'm not gonna say this never happens, because sometimes you really need water or you really need coffee. Yes, you do really need coffee sometimes. And obviously right now you can't really use your own things. But I have this travel mug that I use all the time. This has been with me to several countries. I also have a water bottle. Don't really love this one, but I'm not gonna just, you know, buy a new one when I have one that works. So if you do want to reduce your waste, try and always carry with you a water bottle and a travel mug, especially if you think you're likely to want to buy either coffee or water or something. But a little hack, or what I should call it, if you do have to buy coffee, you know the 3 R's: reduce, reuse, and recycle. If you cannot reduce, if you have to buy coffee, try and reuse them. So these both have plants in them. Number 10 is slightly controversial. It's plastic straws. First of all, I'm just gonna say, if you have a disability and you need a plastic straw to drink, there's nothing wrong with that. That's necessary waste. But for everyone else, I don't think you should be using plastic straws, and I don't even think you should be using paper straws. The reason why I said these are slightly controversial is that, of course, you don't need the straws. You can drink the drink without having a straw. But I really like straws. I really like drinking my iced coffee through a straw. So these were a good purchase for me. It's more sustainable to not buy them. Like, buy as little as you can, basically. So if this is not, you know, a necessity or something that you do value, then don't buy the straws. Oh, that felt like a lot. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Please let me know what kind of switch you've made to reduce your waste, or what you would be interested in buying. If you enjoyed this video and if you like talking about sustainable stuff, please let me know, because I really want to make more videos about this. Leave me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and I shall see you next Friday. Keep up the good vibes. Bye!